for us. A little disappointed with the way we played in the first half. Weren't as ready. We weren't as ready to play as we maybe should have been in terms of being sharp. And I don't know if our, the 2-day travel and the lack of practice that we had kind of is an excuse or reason for that. But we've got to be better. We know that. I thought some adjustments we made at halftime were good, and our guys defended much better in the second half. We emphasized throwing the ball inside a little bit more and did a better job of that. And very pleased to see Jure and Milt step up and have very good games, especially with Devin kind of struggling with fouls and maybe not playing as well.
Why did Montez come off the bench?
Just a little discipline issues late for something.
He's what?
Late for something.
Late for something. Okay.
That seemed to spark him pretty well. I think in the first half, besides him, 0 for 10 from 3, and he gives you guys a lift right
Well,
now.
he shot the ball really well, and that was good to see. Very pleased that he could come off the bench and handle that. It's not a really big deal, but just pleased with the way he played. I thought he, except for the turnovers, I thought he played pretty well. We got to get him to take care of the ball a little bit better for certain. But it's nice to see him shoot open shots. I thought he was really ready when he got his opportunity and knocked down a lot of good shots tonight.
The double-double for Milton, you're beginning to see some of the maturations you want to see out of him?
I hope so. Milt's a guy you got to be a little patient with at times. He's got to know that you're with him, that you believe in him, that you're going to let him play through a couple things, and he's going to make some mistakes out there. He doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's more comfortable, I think, playing in a couple different spots. He doesn't just like to be pigeonholed down low. He likes to be able to step away from the basket and play, and I think we've given him I think he feels more opportunity to do that, and so he's feeling more comfortable. I'm more pleased to see the 10 rebounds. That's the area where he's got to continue to improve, is his defense, rebounding at his position and being physical and just embracing that part of the basketball game. But he's a skilled player that can make shots and stretch defenses, and that's where he excels, and we've got to make sure we allow him to do all those things.
Really set the tone in the second half, that first 5 minutes or so. They didn't have field goals.
Yeah, I think our defense was just much better. We talked to him a little bit about how disappointed we were with our effort and the way we were playing in the first half. For them to shoot 52%, we were not playing the way we needed to play. And the kind of shots they were making around the rim, we seemed to half-step slow behind everything, half-step late to help, half-step late to rotate, and they just got too many shots inside 10 feet, and to their credit, they made plays, and we made some adjustments, a little more pressure, a little bit earlier help, did some things to help our size be more involved, and I think that frustrated them a little bit and helped our defense.
Were you concerned about the energy level coming in, considering that trouble?
Yeah, a little bit. It was such a long 2 days, and we were exhausted. I mean, I was exhausted when I got back. I went to bed at 9 o'clock that day. I was so tired, and probably the best night of sleep I've had in 6 months. Just in terms of just being so tired, you just fell right asleep and didn't wake up. And it was just one of those days where you just stand in the airport, with customs and all that, and then sitting on a plane for 3 hours, and then having to go back and then get back up at 5 a.m. and be at the airport at 5:30, and getting home at 6 or whatever it was the next day, and then trying to have a one-day practice. It was just, and I think the holidays were hard. What people don't realize, when you're a kid and you're at college and nobody else is at college because everybody's at home for Thanksgiving, you can start to feel sorry for yourself a little bit. You can kind of, woe's me, I got to go to practice, and yeah, we're going to have Thanksgiving at Coach's house, and it's nice, but it's not home, and we got a game coming up, and not as many people are going to be there, and pretty soon you just kind of, you can talk yourself into not, if you're not mature about handling situations the right way. And, sometimes that's what happens with kids, and we talked about that after the game.
You don't think that'll be a problem over this next stretch, I guess?
I would
3 tough
certainly
games,
hope not.
Michigan, your rivalry game.
Yeah, no, I mean, if there's any jet lag, that's over. We've played. Kids are going to be back. I mean, and I'm not making excuses because I don't believe in any of it. I told our guys that. You can talk about all that you want, but at the end of the day, we're going to play a game, it's time to be ready to play. If you're not mature enough to do that, then, you know, you're probably not in the right sport. And, but having said that, you know, it's going to be really, really fun. Michigan coming in here, I think Coach Beeline, I've known him for a long time. He's an unbelievable coach, and he sometimes does his best job when people don't think he has as good a talent. You know, he's not as athletic. He's got guys that have been in his system that 3rd and 4th year now, and the way they run their stuff is hard to guard. And I know they're playing well, and they're probably going to give Syracuse a great game tonight. You know, he's going to have a good team. This team will probably do better than a lot of people think.
Does it help that you have a couple guys from the tournament a couple years ago that played Michigan?
Probably not, just because of the styles of play. I don't think like there'll be much that they'll take from it, being a pressing team and all those kinds of things. I mean, maybe there's a guy that they remember from that game.
I mean, they kind of play the same, though.
Oh, they'll play the same, but we didn't, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
know that us playing differently will, you know, if our guys can remember 2 years ago, then I need to start holding more accountable in practice for like what we were supposed to teach them yesterday, because they don't remember what we told them yesterday, let alone 2 years ago. But if they do, then I need to start using that.
All right.
Any other questions?
You going to the game tomorrow?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Prediction?
Yeah, the Tigers are going to win. Probably on a field goal. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, sir.